A cemetery in Nacogdoches has been connecting East Texas families for generations. Today, those families came together again, this time for the 84th annual homecoming celebration. East Texas News Weekend's Melly Valencia has their story.
Fairview Cemetery in Nacogdoches has deep roots. The earliest marked grave dates back to 1851. The annual homecoming tradition started in 1941. Today marked the 84th celebration, a chance for families to support the cemetery and visit loved ones.
You know, for an out in the county cemetery, it is fairly large. We have roughly 2,800 known grave sites in this cemetery, and it's still growing.
Cisco himself comes from 6 generations buried here, many of them serving on the board just as he does now.
Well, the people that come to homecoming are very supportive. I'd say virtually all of them have quite a bit of family buried here, some going back, you know, probably 6 and 7 generations.
The event included a special performance by a local a cappella group, One Accord. Jan Dolly's connection to the cemetery runs deep. Her family shares the same name as the man who donated the land more than a century ago.
Generations of McElroys that are here. My parents are over there. My brother Gary was buried here a couple of years ago up on the hill, and then over under the tree, my grandparents and many other generations of McElroys are here.
For Dolly, the homecoming is also a chance to relive cherished memories.
It's nostalgic. I remember coming as a child with my grandmother, and I brought my special picnic basket that was my grandmother's.
The basket held homemade food. Everyone brings a dish, family style, reuniting generations around a shared table. Melly Valencia, East Texas News Weekend.
Cisco says the cemetery's top priority going forward is maintaining and preserving the existing gravestones on the grounds.